recording? Or so we'll look at today.
So this is actually a one game from like a couple days ago. I just ended up doing a lot of questionable shit. So basically, um, team hard wins, and I just looking at like, am I even going for the right things and just messing up
Okay.
execution, which I know I am doing.
Yeah, but you want to know if the general basis is good. Sounds good. Ah, okay, so you set the game off for a huge advantage because Mel just kills their jungle for you. So this is nice. Full clear down, knowing we're up a lot of tempo on him. He's on his top side, top one. You have 3 ends of prio. Always like look before going. Because if these guys were full HP, then there'd be nothing to do down here, right? But since obviously they're not, so we're gonna go for a dive. Track the wave. You have to be staring at the minion wave to see how low it is. Like, if the minion wave's too low and we're not diving this way, then there's no point to show. Um, actually, you didn't even show your team just going too early. Yeah, this is actually your team's fault. You guys
Yeah,
shouldn't even die. You guys shouldn't even dive here. Yeah.
this is totally in. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you still communicate with pings, you know? If you have to stare at the wave. If you see the wave's dying and there's no wave to
Mm,
dive on, then you also like map like just camera control, map awareness. Because here, if you see your teams, like,
yeah.
you should go wait for the next wave. But if you see your teammates are going for it right now, then you should be way faster because you're the tankiest guy and you should be going as well. Because if they tank
Mm,
aggro, the second your teammate tanks aggro, you should be immediately queuing on the Jinx, right? Um,
yeah.
so obviously, I agree that with you that your team should just wait for the next wave, push the next wave. Then when the next wave gets here, then we should dive, right? But if your team wants to go right now, you have
Mm.
to play for the right now, you know. But you're obviously not because
I
you
was, yeah,
you just
I
didn't
had like a
realize.
wrong read. I thought Jinx was gonna back off from this, and I was gonna cut her off, but
Mm,
that was just a bad read. And
yeah,
then I forgot about tower heating up, and
yeah, sounds good. Happens. Full clear down. But you do have winning bots, so I would be playing to do dragon pretty early, especially because you know that he's pathing upwards. So that means you know that he won't even be on the side of the map for Dragon. He'll probably be like on Wolves Gromp right now. So
mm,
there's definitely a world where like you either skip Gromp to start Dragon right now, or after Gromp, or after you just normal full clear, then you'll start Dragon. Um, so you see them over push, you go for a gank. Thresh dies, and the second Thresh dies, I would immediately pull Dragon, which is what you do. Perfect. Yeah, looks good to me. Cross the mid to go to our top camps. You're really low, so I don't know about this gank. I think crossing either if you have nothing, I mean, you can base for an item, but if you think this whatever you're gonna base for is like a really shit component and you don't really value it, then I think and you want to cross to your top side and do like Raptors, Red, Krugs, then base for a bigger item and then base for
mm.
Wolves. I'm fine with that. So your two options are
That
either
was the
do
plan.
yeah Raptors, Red, Krugs base, or to just immediately base, accept the shit item, and then just full clear down. There's no option 3 where we're fighting Malzahar to the death, you know? Like there's crossing through mid means queuing here,
Mm.
going this way, not this, you know? If you're full HP, sure, but I
I
mean,
just thought
you're
I wanted
40%, you just dragon. You're not, dragons early aren't really healthy. So I don't think the either insta base or even that. I guess it was pretty close, but you have no idea where Sedge is. Sedge could be right behind them, though. So and then it won't be close at all. Um, like why can't Sedge be in your Raptors? Like why can't Sedge get a global notification, Jax a slain dragon, and go for your Raptors right now, right? There's nothing unrealistic about that.
mm, true.
So I think that base and do that, or just go the long way to your Raptors, full clear up based on 1.2k gold, and then buy a nice little phage or component, whatever you want, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, I would say the Krugs into Raptors thing is overrated. Past first early, you only do like Krugs, Raptors, or Wolves Gromp when it's super convenient to do so. Um, in this case, just do Krugs, Red Raptors, just clear in a straight line. That's faster.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
only why do we want? Okay, regarding speaking assistance, I want you to look top before same way with bowling. Before bowling, you just went bow without looking. Here, I want you to look top, see if Kalen's half HP, and then go. You know what I mean? I think being here is good. I just want you
Mm,
to look first before, not walk already. Because same thing as before. Let's say you just started walking, and then you look finally, and then the
Mm,
Kennen's actually full HP here. This guy's not gankable full HP, you know. So I'm gonna look,
yeah,
identify HPs, and then decide if you want to go. Don't just go and then realize is it good or bad if I'm here.
yeah.
Uh, I was like,
I just try to be in like a habit of clicking first, so I could
uh,
turn around and try brush or something. But
it's fine to click
yeah,
first. Just
you're absolutely right. I'm
maybe
just
just look slightly faster. I think the habit it's not a bad habit, you know. Just you could be slightly faster on looking.
yeah,
Okay, I think you
yeah.
played this fight well. One thing about Jax is I think Jax jungle. I think there's only two junglers in the game that hold trinket longer than sweeper, and that's usually like Jax and Lisa just for ward
Yep,
hops. I think you can still
for
swap to
ward
sweeper
hopping. Yeah.
eventually, but I think early game it's nice to have it. I think, but this fight,
Mm.
I thought you played this fight well. Take his blue as well. Use Gromp. Mm, dude, I don't think you ever have to Q. I think you just keep running at him and just save your Q for his flash. Cause like you're directly behind him. Where's he gonna
I
go?
was trying. I was wanting to proc his spell shield with the Q.
Just rock it with your W. Or because
Okay.
the only
Yeah.
important thing is that, or you can even start the fight with ulting to proc it, and then you could QW to where he flashes to. The only
Yeah, I
important
just
thing,
figured that Q is the lowest damage that
yeah,
I'm
the
missing,
only
but
important
yeah.
thing, yeah, just your Q's your only. If you had flash, it'd be fine to do this because if he flashes, you follow flash. But since you have no flash, you need to save your Q for his flash for his gap closer, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, makes sense.
but yeah, I think the only important thing that that's spell shield is broken for is your E. That's the only thing. As long as he doesn't have spell shield for
Mhm.
your E, that's what matters. Nothing else really matters.
Okay. Yep.
Um, also, if I'm you, you should be looking to base ASAP. You have Triforce. There's no reason to stay on map. Like, why are you hitting your bot camps here? You have full try.
Good point.
All you're doing is making a risk where if there's a fight on the map, you're not able to go to it. Like right now, let's say you based after Raptors and you just running to your wolves. As you're running to wolves, right? You see Sejuani. Where was it? As you're running to your bot camps, you see Sejuani. Right. You'd be in the same. Come on, you'd be in the same area. You'd be right here, same as here, right? Um,
Yeah, I would just get an item.
you
Right
see,
now.
but you see Sejuani, and you immediately get off the camp and say, "Oh shit, Sejuani, time to fight. I'm Triforce. I'm God. I want to strong." But now you see Sejuani, and you think, "Man, I got 2K gold. I want to base. I don't want to go to a bot fight." You see the difference? But if you show up to this
Yeah,
bot fight
for
with
sure.
Triforce, it's a triple kill. The game's over. There's no way you lose this, right? You'll be too
Mm.
strong. But now with your items, now the bot fight, I'm not sure who wins the bot fight. This is 50-50, you know? So you stay on the map like this. Also, at this point, I don't even know if you even knows there's a bot fight based off your camera control. So your Balian happened to win
I
the
can't
2v3.
remember, honestly.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure I noticed it, but I don't actually know.
I doubt you noticed it because look at your map.
No.
Your bot's fighting to the death, and you're looking at top lane while hitting your blue buff.
Mm.
I don't think you noticed it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
possible. Quite
this.
possible.
But yeah, because right now, yeah, your bot lane's on the fucking beaches of Normandy fighting 2v3 and winning while you're just hitting your camps. It looks too funny. 2v3, they actually traded a kill. Yeah, they literally won the 2v3. But obviously, if you were here, MF would have lived and Sejuani would have
Mm.
died. So it would have been a 0 for 3 wipe. Instead, it was just a 2 for 2, which is still not bad, but could have been way better. And then, yeah, Mel, so it ended up being 2 for 3. So I mean, 1 for 3, so it's so funny. And then you show up once your ball lane resets, and again, you have 2,400 gold. As a standard, so I always say this as an easy way to, as a benchmark. Anytime you have over 1,000 gold, you should already be thinking about basing.
Mm.
But anytime you have your completed item, unless there's an urgent play in the map, you should always base, right? So let's look at when you had
Yeah.
Triforce. Triforce is 16. Is that 16 or is that 1033?
16. Yeah.
1633. Okay. Um, base right now. Immediately base right now. I mean, actually no. This is fine because I said always look to base unless there's an urgent play. This could classify as urgent play because this is a immobile champion who's very overpushed. So if you want to look full time for this guy, sounds good to me. The second this play is done, immediately base. I don't even do these raptors. I would base,
Mm.
and then because man, when you get your item, you're gonna be killing these camps faster, right? And there's no point to do one camp and base because you have item right now. So you do one camp and base. What are you gonna buy? You, that's not enough for cloth armor. I guess
That
you
would
go.
just be
Actually, I guess
way
you if
worse.
you want to do this for pink cord, if you really want pink cord money for some reason, I guess in Jack's case it's not bad because of Warthop. You could do this one camp, then buy Triforce pink cord, and then open the bot side. Otherwise, just immediately base, and then you'll clear down. And things, just understand, you killed all four of these camps, and then you ganked. You have to understand, all four of these camps you'd kill. Let's say it takes 15 seconds to open map, but you're gonna kill all these camps around 4 to 5 seconds faster. So all the time that you're leaving base is going to be like basically you're gonna finish your full clear at the same time because you're killing these camps so much faster with the try. Make sense?
Yeah.
So there's no point to do your Raptors and Walls and Ground Period with full Triforce. And then the same logic, there's no reason to invade with full Triforce. Anytime you have your first item, you should be insta basing. This guy's every class of champion in jungle, the assassins, bruisers, marksmen like Injured Graves. Like anytime you have your first item, you just unless there's again very active fight, dragon a 44, immediately base. But in that case, there was no sense of urgency. Here, I don't know why you're skipping your red after Raptors. I would just do my red buff. And then clear down. Do you remember any idea why you skipped it?
I don't know. I just felt like we had a good position for Dragon for some reason. I can't remember
I
why.
I agree. You
Um,
do a good position
but
for Dragon. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
yeah,
But I agree. You have a good
yeah.
position for Dragon. Okay, Dragon, clear up. Cover midwave. I agree. Looks good. Bad pull. Always want to just again. You're not the strong guy in your team. Like you're not like weak or anything. But all your laners are mega strong. Like, let me pause when you press tab.
Mm.
Then you press it here. Let me just actually you definitely press when you're dead. Let me just show you you're dead. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Here. Oh my god. Okay. So 6-1, 2-1-4. If you look at items, it's two items, one item, one and a half, one item, one and a half, level 12, level 10, up 2 levels, same level, up a level. So every single one of your lanes is either up a level or up items or both. And also you have this cheating app that literally shows the gold. So every single one of your teammates is disgustingly strong, right? So
Mm.
why are we pulling Herald with none of our teammates next to us? Sinja's basing, Urgot's coming off map. Um, just, I mean, I think this base in Raptors would have been perfect. You stopped your base here. I don't know why. I think this is a perfect base. Your Urgot's basing here, so if you base right now, you're gonna sync your base to Urgot. You
Mm.
should know Sinja's gonna base because if you look at the map, you see she's no mana. So you base right now. Your base is in sync with Urgot. That means you'll both be on the map at the same time. By the time you'll both leave to Urgot. Like, you'll literally hold your hands walking to the Herald. And then
Yeah.
Sindra will base right after you, and then all three of you will be full HP, full mana, all your money spent at the Herald, and the Herald will be unlosable. There is no rush.
Yeah.
Just wait for your teammates. If you were 5-0 and you're Sindra
Yeah.
0-5, then I would allow this. In this case, you're not useless, but you are the weakest guy in your team. You're the guy with the smallest advantage on your team, while all your teammates have huge advantages. Um, so like
Yeah. For whatever reason, I was just looking at where they were in the map and not what they were actually doing.
yeah, I showed the tab stuff. I didn't show jungle. So everyone on your team is up a item. He's one item. You're one item. He's tab eyes, which is what this much gold, and you have boots, which is a 300. Longsword 350, so that's 650, and then no magic, which is 400. So you're in jungle. You guys are the exact same gold value in items, and you're both level 10. So you're the exact same items and the exact same level. So you're the only person on your team that doesn't have a lead on your opponent, while everyone else on your team either up levels again or up items. So there's really no rush. Again, that's why I said this is really easy to do with the benchmark. Benchmark over 1,000 gold, probably should just look to base soon. So here you have over 1,000 gold, unless there's an urgent play, which again there is no urgent play here. The Herald's not going anywhere. If you're scared they're on it, you can hit the Squire to make sure they're on it. If they're not on it, then you can start it. When you hit it, they're on it. Okay, sorry, your base again. You know. So at 1,000 gold, if there's no urgent play, just base. If there is urgent play, they're on it, then sure, I allow you to stay and fight them off it. But in that case, that wasn't the case, you know?
Yeah.
This is good. Come help our Urgot because he's dying. It says 20 HP, so we go start Herald because their jungle's too low to fight it. Looks good to me. Now we should play towards Dragon. This is an example of like a good example of urgency. Like here, you have 1,000 gold, but it doesn't mean 1,000 gold instant base. Now there's a sense of urgency. Dragon's up. Our teammates are near us at Dragon, so why would we not do the Dragon? Obviously the faster you kill Dragon, the faster it respawns. So Dragons do have a sense of urgency. Heroes don't, because the faster you kill doesn't do anything because it doesn't respawn. There's a difference. But with Dragons, you actually do want to kill it as fast as possible. So I think this is a good example of not of staying on the map. I do think, again, I don't tell people to buy pink wards because I'd rather you guys buy damage. But on Jax, I want you to buy pink ward just because it's not. It means something different for you than to a different champion. Having a ward hop
Mm.
can save your life, or it can get you a kill. Like in this case, if Kennen flashed away, um, instead of having to flash after him, being able to Q after him with Q ward hopping is pretty big.
Yeah.
So
I tend to buy a lot of pink wards. Probably a little bit too much, but
yeah, I definitely because I have a habit of telling people to. I mean, people in this call who I've coached before, I've yelled at people for buying ping words. I just haven't seen you to buy a single one in this game, and you're just again. There's only two jungles in the game that I would ever tell people to buy ping words on, and that's Lily Jackson, Lee Sin.
mm,
So
yeah. Like this is maybe just an exception of a game, I guess. In that case,
yeah,
but I usually just buy pink wards if I ever have excess gold.
sounds good.
Um,
Nice driving. Never flash for support kill. Even if you lived, I would say it's not worth. Like you died here, but let's say you lived. Why are we flashing for 300 gold support? I see 500 gold on the map right here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just a support.
fair enough.
It's so unimportant. Death. Kill this guy. Now we should play the full Otacon. Let's watch this fight. Wow, that fucking mouse took the lantern. What a piece of shit. Nice. I mean, good. I had a good fight. I have no complaints on that fight. Pelotacon. Now you look at the base for item. I would just stay on the map low key because you're four, you're 400 gold off of such a big item. So
Mm,
I would literally just do Scuttle, Blue, Gromp, Wolves. And then after that, if Dragon's like spawning, I think there's portals, so you could base and take portals, and you really won't be
yeah,
late. And if Dragon's already up,
I think
then
I
you
was
could just
trying to sync up with
then you
my
could just
carries in mid. Then.
you're already late. Like you're not
Yeah.
you're already desynced. If anything, you'll be closer synced to them by staying, because then you'll be able to like if there's a fight, you're not leaving base, you're on the map already.
Mm,
So
yeah, fair.
you're already desynced at that point. I'd already just be I'll opt into being greedy. Just be able to base on full item, and you're also like it's different. If you had like bad conditions, then I would just base for the conditions. But your conditions are good. You're like full HP, full mana there, and it's not like this tunneler and health crystal are gonna change the game for you. And you see, like we're saying, oh, I want to sync my base with them, but then you're gonna do these camps anyway. So now you're not even anywhere near your Mel or your MF, right?
Mm, yeah.
So there's a fight top. You're not even gonna be there. So and obviously in this case, do you think tunneler health crystal would have changed this fight? So, so
Yeah, probably not.
But not like
But
this shit doesn't matter. Game over. No, I mean I think
yeah.
map awareness I think was a bit poor this game, and the
Mhm.
Herald pull was the only like really bad one. Besides that, there wasn't really much wrong with the game. There was like small execution. I don't think that was your fault. I mean, you could have fixed it. The start wasn't your fault, but you could have like with your own power of paying attention stopped this from happening.
Yeah.
But it's not like your fault per se. And then like some Jax mechanics told you Q more. Um, on the Melzar, that one time mid. Save your gap close for his gap close. Um, and bases. Be more disciplined with your bases when you have
Mm.
full item, just base. Don't look to do anything fancy. Don't look for unnecessary fights. This is the definition of an unnecessary fight. Even now the game's going, you should be able to identify the game's going well. If it's 3 to 6, you're double their kills. You got early dragon. If the game's going really bad, let's say the game was like 2 to 10, like they have the 10 kills, then I would say like going for something like this makes sense because the game's already shit. Let's take flips and try to like get a random kill. But in this case, you could, even though it's early, you could already tell the game's going in a really good spot. Your top got 2 solo kills, your bot's winning, you got early dragon. So why would you ever risk it, right?
Yeah, fair.
But besides that, I have no points. Did you have any points this game that I didn't go over you want to ask about or timestamps or?